Good evening, guys, and happy Tuesday to all of your sunshiny faces. Technically, it's Wednesday. It is New Year's Day, but it's still like I didn't record for New Year's Eve because we already celebrated it and everything, and it's now the next day. Technically it's New Year's Day, but I've still not gone to bed yet, so I don't consider it to be the next day until after I've slept. So even if that's I go to bed at 2 in the morning, it's not the next day until I've slept, and it's officially the next day. So anyways, though, yes, today is New Year's. We did well, I guess today's New Year's Eve. Well, again, technically it's New Year's Day. This is from New Year's Eve. So today what we ended up doing was not too much, honestly. I don't really know what my dad got done, and honestly I am very frustrated because well, not very frustrated. My dad has got a lot of stuff done, honestly, since he's been home over like Christmas, like I guess in winter break kind of thing, whatever he's on the last 2-ish weeks. He's ended up getting a lot of stuff done, a lot of like our again, the bedroom situation and stuff like that. Like honestly, when he was still like, I mean, we got like the desk put together, like all that stuff, like the final detail type things done when he was finally on that like winter break right before Christmas. It's kind of, again, it's crazy to think. I was like, it was like a few days before Christmas where I still was not even in this room. Like I was still sleeping in the other room. Like I didn't even have furniture put together and stuff like that. And honestly, it still kind of feels like a little bit of a weird adjustment. When I was in here before, when like I had just temporarily moved in here before they'd finished the floors and like we painted and stuff like that. Well, I mean, we'd have painted, but again, they didn't finish like the ceiling, and the lights weren't in, like all that stuff. When I was in here the first time, right before again the room was actually finished, it didn't feel like my room. Once I moved back in here then afterwards and had all the furniture built and things like that, it felt more like my room. And again, too, now that my stuff is in here, I'm like, okay, this is my room. But it still feels weird. Like I'm still not, I don't want to say not comfortable in here, but like, it just, it doesn't feel completely like my room. Like it's new stuff. It's a new layout. It's, like it's just kind of different. It does feel very similar, but at the same time, it does feel a little bit different. So like, again, even to like when I was in here before and I had like my furniture in here, it was like, I still had my desk in here. I mean, my bed is still the same thing, but like, it was like my desk is in here, again too, I had a few of the other pieces of furniture that I have from the other room, but I got rid of almost all of that stuff, like I don't have almost any of that I have from before. The desk didn't fit the way that the desk, the L desk that I had before, because of the windows, and the window placement in this room was just weird, I think I told you guys that before. It's just bizarre, kind of. Not bizarre, it like makes sense, but it makes more sense for the outside of the house than it kind of does for the inside of the house. And like, so there's like weird places, like where do you put your bed in here? Because like it's gonna be under a window or like not under the window. It's honestly kind of weird too, because this room sort of feels like, it doesn't feel so much like my parents' bedroom, because like this was their room, then it was my grandma's room, then it was their room again. And like I think about that, I was like, when I was little, like like I don't know, 5-6 years old, whatever it was, like I remember like coming in here to like sleep because like I was scared. I wake up in the middle of the night, like I come in my parents' bed, and like I remember like, and they had a TV in here too. So, and we didn't have TVs in like the bedrooms at the time. Nobody had a TV except for, there was one in the living room and there was a little one in my parents' room. And so like I used to come in here some nights when I was scared and couldn't sleep, and come in here and then watch TV. And so like it's just weird because I'm like, I don't feel like it's the same room entirely. It feels more to me actually like my parents' old room at our old house. Like I kind of feel like that sometimes when I'm in here, and I'm like, no, we're at, like, we haven't been there in 20 something years. So it feels a little bit different though. Like when I'm in here, I'm like, this doesn't feel like their room. Like it doesn't feel like it would it was my grandma's room either when she was here, and this was her room. Like that was the only two people I think that have been in here since we've moved in, and then I was in here. So again, it feels kind of weird. But I was also in the other room for like 10 years, so like in that one room. So even though it's changed a little bit over time, like it's still, the layout has always felt very similar. Like sometimes I'm just like, oh yeah, like I've never spent a lot of time noticing like where are the windows in here, like the closet, like the door, you know, like that kind of stuff, like just the general kind of layout of the room. Like every once in a while I come in here, I'm like, oh yeah, there's like a window there, you know, like, but it still feels kind of like my space. Anyways, getting back to the point, kind of like having my stuff built in here and all of my things kind of more in here, it does feel more like my bedroom than it did before, but also kind of different because it's like new furniture as well as a new room. Like had the new furniture just been in the old room, it would have just felt like my room with new furniture. Now it's like new furniture, new room, my stuff, but like, you know, and like even to like sleeping in this side of the like bed, like I laid completely opposite of this in the other room. Like this, I lay against an exterior wall now, like both those walls are exterior, with my bed completely flipped from the way it was in the other room. Like it's just disorienting sometimes, you know, sort of. And like I was in an interior, like my bed was against two interior walls before, and like, you know, so it's just like the vibe of it is like different. Like, and it's weird because I think that I would hear more stuff going on outside, you know, because I'm more like closer to outside, but I don't. It's really actually weird. Like I hear more things going, I don't hear more things going on in the house either. Like I could hear more stuff going on, like people in the living room, but I'm so far away now from the living room that like it, you know, like I said, it's just kind of that vibe, like that, you know, you don't really necessarily notice it until you've kind of started to adjust again, and you're like, oh, like I can't really hear if somebody's talking in the living room, you know, like, or I can't really hear like when our neighbors are next door because I'm more towards the back of the house, you know. And so like they even too, like I heard them come home tonight, like they were probably out like, you know, for New Year's Eve thing or something like that. Like I heard them, but I was like, I didn't really like, you know, like I just kind of heard like some like muffled like voices, and I was like, oh, is that somebody like in watching TV or like upstairs? And then I was like, oh no, it's coming from outside. Like, so I don't even know the sounds like of the room feel different too, if that makes sense. Again, my dad has done a really good job at like getting all the stuff kind of put together and like the lights and things like that. I still have some wire mold stuff that has to go behind my desk, and I think most of the electrical stuff then will all be done at that point. There's one thing though that I wanted to get done, because I don't know if you guys can tell, I've got a whole stack of stuffed animals sitting here on this chair right now. And I have one of those stuffed animal like hammock type things, you know, like a little net that you can like keep stuffed animals in. And I got it, and I want to put it like in between, like here kind of, not on the post, just like mounted to the wall, but I wanted to put it in between both of those. But the thing is that I have a canopy for this bed. It's not just a 4-post bed. Actually, this is the only little like thing that I have. It goes, the canopy actually sits like on in between, like here. The canopy actually sits in between, like here, like this comes all the way off, and then you put the canopy on, if that makes sense, and then it sits like in between here, right? So I have that is actually the only one. I think the other ones all broke, the other 4 or other 3 of them. That is the only one that I have. I kind of want to see if there's some like woodworker that would be able to actually copy that and make more of them, but for right now I probably will just have to like get maybe some dowel rods or like something like that just to put in there so that I can keep it and like it doesn't slip off, you know, because right now if I put the top of the canopy on, my dad also too I think had screws in there at one point, because I do think that like when I was even little, like we lost or they got broken or something like that. And this was actually my aunt's bed. It was my dad's sister's bed, like from when she was little. So it's an old bed. We might have only ever had one of those anyway, but that is the original one that came with the bed with the canopy. And I want to see if I can actually get that like copied and like made again. So anyways, I do have though the canopy for it, and I want to put the canopy back on, and I want to do like sheer kind of like canopy bedding and stuff like that. It's kind of a unique canopy too, because it's not like a 4-post like canopy bed. It actually is sort of like a I would call it like a Cinderella castle kind of, or like Cinderella's pumpkin cabbage carriage, you know, like that. Like it kind of has that like loopy kind of like feel to it. I don't know if I'm describing that right, but like it's not just like a square canopy box. So anyways, I have been looking for it in the attic, because it's in the attic. We found it when we cleaned out the attic, and I was like, oh, now that I know that it's up there, like I might want to actually put it on when I move into my new room. And I can't put up the stuffed animal net until the canopy goes up to know where to mount it, right? So I've been looking up in the attic and looking up in the attic, and my dad's like, it's up there somewhere, we just have to find it. And obviously too, we moved so much stuff up there when we moved like my furniture and, you know, like my mom's stuff, like my parents moved from their room, and like there's just a whole lot of stuff in the attic right now, extra stuff. So like I'm sure things got put on top of it. Well, we finally found it like a few days ago, and it's like right near, there's just a few boxes on top of it, and like I can't get to it really well. So I keep asking my dad, I was like, can you please go up into the attic, like just move those few things that need to be moved to like get it out of the attic, and like all the pieces. Like I've been asking for like 3 days now so I can get this stuffed animal thing mounted, so I can get the stuffed animals off this chair. And he's like, yeah, I'll do it, you know. And yeah, it's been like 3 days and I'm still waiting on the canopy to get like, so I can put it together, and then I can maybe figure out what type of curtains I want to get for, like, not curtains, but like, you know, the canopy stuff for it and everything like that. And so I am still waiting on that, but that's one of the big things that I would like to get done, and then I can hopefully kind of move along with everything else as well, and like finish up, like not be done, but like just have less things, kind of, because that's like one thing that like is taking up a lot of space right now, is my stuffed animals sitting on this chair, like, and I can't move the chair, and like, yeah. So anyways, that is one thing that I do want to get done and get the canopy put up and everything. But and wondering how that will feel, the atmosphere of that will also feel with the bed being different as well, like, because I haven't had that on since I was like super little. Like I took that off when I think I moved out of my old bedroom. Like this was probably pre-high school, so I haven't had that for a long time. That was probably like 15 years ago. So again, I want to get that put up, but I'm hoping that all the pieces are all in the same spot too, and we don't have to go looking around the attic to go and find more of them. But anyways, that is what I've been wanting to get done, like just a little simple thing to get finished. But my dad has been doing other stuff too, and like finishing up other projects and stuff like that. Like the sunroom is like, we got a whole bunch of stuff for that done, and I also put together a whole bunch of furniture for that today too. I will share with you guys some more updates as it comes out with my room, with the sunroom stuff and things like that. But I am going to take a shower and get to bed, and yeah, I will share with you guys 2 more New Year's stuff, maybe more tomorrow, but that was just an update about stuff that's kind of going on and as far as project stuff and things like that. But I will see you guys in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love it if you'd subscribe, and I'll see y'all very soon, shiny faces tomorrow. So bye guys.